Hey guys, welcome to another episode of From Screen to Shelf. This is Gabe. I'm here to do my quick out of the theater review of Marvel Studios Deadpool and Wolverine. This is the first Deadpool movie done by Disney's Marvel Studios. The other two were done with 20th Century Fox before the acquisition. So I've been super excited for this movie. Not only because there has been a decline in kind of the quality that Marvel's been putting out, but I'm just a huge fan of the first two Deadpool movies. So I've been really excited to see how they would kind of incorporate it into the MCU. And I have to say, guys, this movie delivers. This film is an absolute blast. It's hilarious. It's violent. It's a complete parody of itself and the MCU at the same time. I think this film succeeds for a few reasons. I'm not going to get into any kind of spoilers here. I'm just giving you my first quick impressions straight out of the theater, but I think it succeeds because Disney gave Ryan Reynolds the complete creative freedom to do what he wanted to do. And with that, you're going to get a lot of jokes about 20th Century Fox. You're going to get a lot of jokes about superhero movies that have come out with Marvel, with 20th Century Fox. You're going to get jokes about the acquisition. There's going to be breaking of the fourth wall like the other movies. There is no holds bar. Like, he goes after everything, and it is freaking hysterical when he does. And I think that the movie really succeeds because they let Ryan Reynolds kind of do what he does best. You also have Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine. What can I say, guys? He just steps back into the shoes of Wolverine like no time has passed whatsoever. I think Logan came out in 2017, so it's been about 7 years since we've seen him as Wolverine, and he delivers, man. He does a phenomenal job, and the dynamic between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in this movie is it's freaking hilarious, man. It's such a fun movie to watch. Just to kind of summarize all that, I think that it succeeds because it knows what it is. It knows that it's this redonkulous movie that was just thrown into the MCU, and it accepts that. It acknowledges it, and it braces it. It's just a fun movie to go see, man. If I had to point out any weaknesses, like with any Marvel movie, the villains, I mean, they're really not anything threatening. I would say this one is kind of, there could have been big implications with her. The villain in this one is Cassandra Nova. So kind of think about Professor Xavier if he was kind of, evil. But nothing major comes out of the villain. But that's not what this movie's about. This movie is seriously about just Ryan Reynolds having fun as Deadpool and Hugh Jackman going along for the ride. I am curious to see how there might be a generational difference in generational perspective, so to speak. I think, like, if you grew up watching 20th Century Fox X-Men movies like I did, those were like, the highlights at the time. Those were the superheroes of that time. You're going to completely fall in love with this movie. I think if you're maybe Gen Z and you haven't really watched a lot of those movies, or you weren't caught up with those movies back then, some of the jokes may fall flat. I'm not sure. Also, some people maybe, if you're just not into Deadpool, there is a lot of Deadpool in this movie. So that, it might go overboard for some people. But for me, as a fan of Deadpool, as a fan of X-Men, as a fan of just Hugh Jackman and the performance he gave as Wolverine, I freaking love this movie, man. I would give it a 9 out of 10. It was an absolute blast. I haven't had this much fun at a Marvel movie since No Way Home. So, again, when I say 9 out of 10, guys, I'm not saying it's like, Civil War good. I'm just saying that it's a fun movie. It knows what it is, and it embraces that. And I have to commend that 100%. Like, if you know what you're doing and what you're shooting for, and you hit all of those notes, I'm going to commend you for that. So, solid 9 out of 10. I actually want to go see it again with some buddies tomorrow just to kind of see, how I feel with the second viewing. But I had an absolute blast with this one, guys. So, maybe we'll do a spoiler cast. Who knows? But, as for now, Deadpool and Wolverine is the funnest time I've had at a Marvel movie in a long, long time. So appreciate you guys for listening. Stay tuned for more, and we will catch you later. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.